Jenny and I are going to give you 4 quick tips that you can take to get your family started on the right foot with homeschooling without feeling overwhelmed.
There are so many things to think about when starting to homeschool, and we are here to help. Very first thing, you need to look into your state's legal homeschool requirements. We highly recommend checking out hslda.org. I will put a link below. I also highly recommend becoming a member with them. I believe it's about $12 per month, and I personally was a member while I was homeschooling independently, and it is great. They provide so many extra resources to you as an independent homeschooler. They provide legal counsel if you were to need it, and I felt so much peace of mind being a member with them. One component of legally homeschooling that is really important is record keeping. So I will also be making sure to link below my record keeping video, and it does include a free record keeping bundle that you can use.
Once you know all of the legal requirements for you to start homeschooling, then we suggest you start thinking about curriculum. Now, what I'm about to say may surprise a few of you, but Jenny and I really recommend that when you first start homeschooling, you only focus on English and math. We recommend only focusing on math and English language arts because that way you only have 2 subjects to focus on and research curriculum for. History and science can be easily implemented through the use of YouTube videos or even programs such as Disney+. I'll leave a link below to 10 educational YouTube channels that you can check out to help with these topics, as well as a review of Disney+, where I find all of the most educational shows so that you can utilize them for your homeschool. Once you get into a good rhythm and routine of your homeschool and you've implemented the English and math, then we suggest that it's a good time to start researching some history and science curriculums because you have a better idea of what your family needs from their curriculum. Homeschool curriculum can sometimes be costly, but we do want to provide you with some links that will give you free homeschooling resources. With these free resources, you could even get started homeschooling today. Check out the link below to see those resources on our website. Okay, so now you know what curriculum you need to start researching. How do you research it and where do you buy it? One of our favorite places to research curriculum is right with Rainbow Resource. Now they give these catalogs for free. You just have to sign up on their website. And inside this catalog, they list every single subject and every single thing you want to know about it. So each one gives a little definition. It'll tell you if the curriculum is secular or religious. It'll tell you if it's good for kinesthetic learners. So that is all in their catalog, and you can also find a lot of the information on their website. Not only does Rainbow Resource give you all of this information, but you can also purchase curriculum there, and a lot of their prices are very, very competitive. We also recommend checking out Amazon as well to see some reviews, and you can purchase a lot of curriculums from there as well. Lastly, Jenny and I are always spending time making sure that curriculums we know and love, we create reviews on so you can see up close what they look like. So you can check out some of our reviews, and I'll put a link to that playlist below. But also YouTube is a great resource. Once you know a curriculum that you want to look into, type that into YouTube and search it and see if there's any reviews on it and a little bit of an in-depth guide so you can see if the lesson plans will work for you and your family. Lastly, we don't want curriculum to be the reason that keeps you from homeschooling. You can feel free to change your curriculum anytime you need to. So don't feel like the curriculum you choose today is going to be the one you have to stick with forever. We really just want you to start homeschooling. So find something that you think will work, try it out, and then if it works, great. If it doesn't, you can change it later on down the road.
The next thing to consider is routines and schedules. Homeschooling is not creating school at home. It's a completely different thing. So you don't need to make your homeschool look and feel like a traditional public school. Also keep in mind that in homeschooling, change is just a way of life. So you will probably start with one schedule or routine, maybe one at the beginning of the school year, and even maybe a few weeks later, you're gonna need to change things already. So don't be afraid to make those changes, but also don't be afraid to commit to something at first, because you just need to know it will be changing at some point as your kids change and grow. One tip I do have for brand new homeschoolers is keep lessons short. This is something I actually still do after years of homeschooling, and I find it really helpful for keeping kids motivated and keeping you motivated as the homeschool parent. As with pretty much everything else in homeschooling, you're just gonna need to assess your schedule and routine as you go and make changes as needed.
One common concern that new homeschoolers sometimes have is the lack of socialization. Now, homeschoolers can be very socialized, but this will take some extra planning from you, the parent. You need to make sure that you are looking for classes for your children to attend, going on social media groups and finding play dates, and especially if you don't have anybody you know that is homeschooling. Lastly, we want to make sure that you are connecting with other homeschoolers. Now, you may not know anybody that's homeschooling, or you may not even have people that are supporting your decision to homeschool. So we want to recommend that you can find local support. To find some extra support, we recommend checking out your favorite social media platform and seeing if you can find some local homeschool groups. These groups can be a great place for you to connect with other homeschool families and even get a few recommendations if you need them. The reason we put this recommendation towards the end is because these groups can sometimes be overwhelming because you have a bunch, some of these groups are hundreds, if not thousands of people with all of their different homeschool backgrounds and everything. So if you ask a question, be prepared to get a lot of different responses. And all of these people are well-meaning, but you don't have to take everybody's advice because the advice will vary widely depending on the questions you ask in there. We also wanted to let you know that we have a Kids Learning for Life homeschool group on Facebook. So if you want to hop in there, you can ask any question there and get a response from Jenny or I, or any of our lovely homeschool members in that group.
We want to help you get off on the right foot. We hope that all these tips have helped, but of course we're happy to meet with you in one of our homeschool consultations to give you individualized support and resources. These homeschool consultations consist of a 45-minute video call with us, and we will give you personalized recommendations, and also that grants you access to 30 days of email access to us to ask us any follow-up questions you may have. For new homeschoolers, we are offering a coupon code. It's called Newbie20, and that's for $20 off your homeschool consultation. So click the link below to get more information on how to schedule with us.
A few last little bits of advice we have for you is to remember that you know your child best. People will most likely question your decision to homeschool, but you have to remember that if that is what is best for your family, you are going to do just fine.
And also don't forget that homeschooling can be hard. It's not necessarily the easiest path, but just stick with it. Stick with what feels right to you and just go for it. Make those curriculum decisions. Don't wait too long. Just go with your gut and you will do fine.
And we believe that you can do it. Any parent can homeschool. You just got to put in a little time and effort and you can be successful.
Let's do something kind of fun. Leave us a comment below of the emoji that best describes how you are feeling when starting to homeschool.
And don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel so that you can see more videos that will help you on your homeschool journey. And we will see you next time.